After more than 30 years of serving families, communities, churches, and schools in New Jersey, Antoinette McKie decided it was time for a new chapter, and she brought her incredible gifts down south to North Carolina. Now, as the founder of Antoinette McKie LLC, she's on a mission to help people who help people. Her work is all about bringing order, encouragement, and excellence to those making a difference every day. From ministry consulting and administration to virtual assistance and creative support, Antoinette helps churches, organizations, and leaders find clarity, structure, and focus so they can do what they are truly called to do. So how does a lifelong servant leader start fresh, build new connections, and keep her purpose alive in a new state? Well, join us and let's find out. Welcome, listeners, to the Web Remedy Podcast. My name is Rennie Orr, and I am the podcast host and producer, and also the Associate Director of Web Squared. We work in North Carolina with entrepreneurs, and today I am so happy to introduce everybody to an entrepreneur in our program, Antoinette McKie, who's going to be talking with us today about her business and just life in general. And so, Antoinette, I am so excited that you're here with us today.
I'm excited as well.
Well, let's dive in, shall we, Antoinette?
Yes.
You are the founder of Antoinette McKie LLC, and your mission is to help people who help people. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey towards starting your business and what do you mean by helping people who help people?
Absolutely. So Antoinette McKie LLC was started. It was created because for years I worked with churches, I worked with schools, I worked with nonprofit organizations, and so probably for about the last 35 years. And so I recognize patterns, right? So leaders, ministers, entrepreneurs, and just service-driven organizations were often overwhelmed by like the logistics, the structure, and the behind the scenes demands of those businesses. So my business was born to meet that need, right? So it reflects my calling by allowing me to bring order, clarity, and just support so that others can remain focused on the people and their own missions, right? So, in a sense, the business itself functions as a ministry.
And you often use the term marketplace minister. Can you explain what that means? Because I had never heard of that until I met you.
Yes, absolutely. So, yes, I actually introduced myself. I'm Antoinette McKie, your marketplace minister. And so, ministry in the marketplace simply means living out faith through professional excellence, integrity, and its service outside the traditional church setting, right? So, it's a practice of showing up in business environments with wisdom, discernment, and accountability. So it's allowing faith to inform decisions, relationships, and even systems. So for me, it looks like serving clients with both competence and compassion, and recognizing that business is one of the primary places where people experience pressure, purpose, and also transformation.
Oh, so when did you start your business and what was the inspiration behind that? I mean, you said you worked for a lot of churches and schools and organizations. When did you say, hey, I can create my own consulting business and help people
Yeah.
rather than work for a particular organization?
Yes. Well, I've been an entrepreneur, I think, from a child, from elementary school. From back when, you got paid for babysitting and braiding hair and things like that. So I started back then and then branched out into other things. So I recently moved here to North Carolina from New Jersey, and I just really felt like I needed to reinvent myself. I had worked with, like I said, several organizations there and had been an entrepreneur, but I wanted to make a shift. And so the move from New Jersey to North Carolina was very different for me. I definitely wanted to reinvent myself. I wanted to use my name, Antoinette McKie, to start the LLC. I wanted to work as a virtual assistant, a consultant. But what I found was that I didn't know anybody here, but it was what I wanted to do. So in April of this year, I incorporated my LLC, and that was how I got started. I just said, you know what? I'm going to talk to churches. I'm going to talk to nonprofits. I'm going to talk to anybody that will listen. And that's what I've been doing. But what happened is I ran into Stephanie from Web, and that really was a blessing. We have we're both grandparents raising a grandchild, and so we met at a basketball game with our grandchildren. And that changed so many things for me. It really did. It opened up so many doors being new to North Carolina. I have a mentor in New Jersey that I've been working with, and she's phenomenal. And we've been doing a lot of work to prepare me with this move to North Carolina. But so those two things really helped me get started, helped to get myself grounded, sort of narrow in, and that's where the marketplace minister came in.
Tell me a little bit about your time in New Jersey and what brought you to North Carolina.
Yeah, so we ended up making this move to North Carolina because it was time for my husband to retire. That's really what happened. He had to retire, and we have family here. My parents are here, our daughters are here, we have cousins here. So there were several family members here. So we always knew that North Carolina was ultimately going to be where we landed. And so when my husband decided it was time to retire, then North Carolina was where we came. So that's how we ended here in North Carolina, maybe a little earlier than we expected, but that was how we ended here. Um, but it helped me have to do so many things differently. In New Jersey, I knew so many people. I was born and raised there. My entire life was spent in New Jersey. And so I didn't realize until I got here how difficult it was going to be. Or maybe I won't say difficult. It was a little challenging, right? To get started in a new place where I didn't know anybody. Because even with our family members, they're a couple of hours away. So we decided to settle in Sanford, and we have family in other places. But it pushed me. It really did. It pushed me to clarify my offerings and my confidence. And so there was some shifting that took place. But I'm glad we landed here in Sanford because I would not have been associated with Web Squared had I not met up with Stephanie. So it was a blessing.
And your presence in Web Squared has been a major blessing for all of us. Happy to announce to everybody that Web has officially hired Antoinette's business and Antoinette herself to be a marketplace minister for Web Squared.
Awesome.
We are so delighted to have you as part of our staff team and
Yeah.
sharing in our vision for what we're creating here in in North Carolina through Web Squared. Stephanie and I are both faith-based people, and we've created this organization that we hope that we infuse values that anybody who comes to us can know that we're working from hopefully a deeper spiritual practice as well as creating a nonprofit to help entrepreneurs. I mean, we both see this very much as a calling. What kind
Mhm.
of advice would you give to people trying to help them align their faith with their calling in a professional way?
So I think I would say, first, I would start by acknowledging that faith and professionalism are not in competition, right? They can really work well together. So seek clarity before expansion and obedience before visibility. So build skills alongside prayer.
Mhm.
And don't underestimate the importance of structure, mentorship, and even accountability, right? So that alignment is less about perfection and more about consistency, if you know what I mean, like showing up faithfully in the work that you've been entrusted with.
So as this is early 2026, you've been in business since you said April of 25. What do you think this year, what will success mean for you and beyond into the coming years?
So, success looks like sustainable impact. So it means serving my clients without burnout, like operating in integrity, and seeing the people I support thrive in their own callings, right? It includes continued growth, strategic partnerships, which web is a really big part of for me, and the freedom to be both effective and present. So ultimately, success is knowing that my work has strengthened other people spiritually, operationally, and missionally, if that's a word, while remaining aligned with God's direction for my own life.
So you and your husband have just celebrated what, 25 years of marriage? Is that what you told me?
25 years, yes, 25.
25
Yeah.
years. And the two of you have teamed up together to share nuggets of wisdom with the rest of us. Do you want to
Yes,
talk a little bit about your this endeavor with your husband?
absolutely.
Tell us
So
what it's all
it's
about.
Yeah, so it is Mindful Moments with the McKees. It's our YouTube channel. And yeah, we just celebrated 25 years of marriage. And we were talking about all the things that we could do, and we said, you know what, let's do a podcast. Let's do a YouTube channel. Didn't know much about YouTube channels. This was a new endeavor for us, but we decided let's do that. So what we did is we sat down, we came up with 25 topics of things that were important for us. We wanted to talk about some mistakes that we had made, lessons we had learned over the years, and some stuff we're still learning about each other as we're going on. And just as a way, I mean, it goes back to that ministry in the marketplace thing, where we just want to share with others the knowledge and information that we have that's helped us over the years. So that's what it is. And so we just completed and just posted episode 4. Um,
Wow, congratulations. And I
thank
think
you.
I saw you had 60 subscribers already.
Yeah, I
Oh
was
my gosh,
excited.
that's so amazing.
Yes, I was excited about that. So yeah, it's really cool. It's a new experience, but we're excited about doing it and just looking for greater things. So it's really cool.
And I will put the link in the show notes so people can click over, check you out,
Oh,
subscribe, like,
thank
share,
you. Yes.
help these folks grow their channel.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Yeah.
Antoinette, I know you're a busy woman. You're married, you're working a career, you're raising kids, you're celebrating 25 years and putting yourself out there on a podcast.
Yes.
Given, like, our age as middle-aged women,
Yes.
let's talk a little bit about the importance of self-care as a entrepreneur, and like how do you balance all of this personal life with the demands of trying to find clients and customers and helping those who help the others,
Yeah.
helping
You
those
know,
who help others. I was having this conversation with somebody today, and it's like if we can't take care of ourselves, we're not really helping our clients. So what are your thoughts and feelings about that?
I absolutely agree with you, Rennie. If we're not taking care of ourselves, my mom taught me that at a very young age. She said, never lose yourself. Even after I got married and everything else, you want to have some time to yourself because you don't want to lose yourself in the process. And I think it's important as entrepreneurs because when you're an entrepreneur, you don't work a 9 to 5. Your hours could start at 5 o'clock in the morning. You might not end till 11 o'clock at night. So you have to build in moments and time for self-care. It's difficult to do it, especially when you're balancing a family and you're raising kids and you're trying to reach out to, and you have all these things that you're trying to do. But I would say you have to be intentional. So you have to be intentional. You have to make time. For me, if I don't write it down, if I don't schedule it, it doesn't happen. So I had to be very intentional to make sure. One of the things I do is I go to the gym 3 times a week, and I have to do it at 5:30 in the morning. I know that might seem early, but I get up early to get it in, and it starts my day. It helps me so much. So that's one of the things I do. And then taking quiet time. That quiet time is important whenever you can get it. I try to do it when my husband and my grandson are sleeping somewhere so that I have it. But it's important. I think without it, you burn out and you're not going to be your best for everybody else. So whatever that means for you, if it means going to a movie by yourself, I've done that and sometimes fallen asleep through the movie, but it was a part of my self-care plan for myself. So I think it's extremely important to do it. You have to be intentional. You have to plan it and then stick to it.
So, in your work as a marketplace minister, I can imagine there's some challenges because you're working for a lot, maybe different organizations and you come across different leadership styles. What are some mindset techniques that you have to navigate through maybe some of those different leadership styles that you come across?
So, one of the things I have to do is remember that everybody's different, that everybody looks at things different. Their perspective is different. So, one, I could respond in one way with one company, and now I'm working with a church and I have to put a different hat on. So, understanding that people are different and you have to maybe put different hats on when you're dealing with different people. Don't make assumptions. Be intentional in the things you're doing, but don't make assumptions about what you should do.
What do you enjoy most about being a solo entrepreneur and working a business that's maybe a little outside the box? Because you're offering services in a way that are kind of unique
Mhm.
to clients and customers.
Number one, I enjoy the fact that I'm walking in my calling. I believe God has purposed me to do this, and I'm able to do it. And I believe I do it well with a spirit of excellence. So, number one, just the fact that I'm walking in my calling, and it's a great thing to know that my career path and my calling can work together so well. So, that's number one. The other one is I get to make my own hours. I get to do the things I love to do. Some of the creative things I get to do on these jobs is phenomenal for me. So it's almost like they say, you know, um, you never work a day in your life if you're doing the thing you love. And I feel like that's where I'm at right now. I'm not working, I'm enjoying life, walking in my calling.
So oftentimes I hear, people will say, like, if you could have any superpower, will it be? My question for you is, Antoinette, what is your superpower and how does it manifest in your work?
I honestly think my superpower is serving others. And I think and I mean, it's simple to say that, but I honestly believe that it's helping others and it plays out in every aspect of what I do. Walking into an employer for the first time, introducing myself, walking around in a nonprofit and seeing the things that maybe are lacking that I need to be able to step into, being able to see those things. So I think that mine is serving others.
Thank you so much for lending your voice to our podcast and having this conversation with us. So before we go, how do people find you?
So I do have a website. So my website is actually AntoinetteMcKie.com. So it's my first and last name, AntoinetteMckie.com. That's my website. So they can get me through my website. They can reach me through the mindful moments of the mindful moments with the McKees on the YouTube channel as well. Either way is great. That's how they can reach me. Yeah.
And I'll have a lot of the contact information on the show notes.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Yes. I appreciate this. This is absolutely awesome. I've never done a podcast before, and this is wonderful. I absolutely love it.
Thank you so much for being a part of the podcast. I appreciate you coming on. I look forward to talking to you soon since we now work together and I get to see you a lot. I appreciate your time and I hope you have a good week. And I can't wait to share this podcast with our listeners.
Thank you. I'm so appreciative of the opportunity. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon.
What an inspiring journey Antoinette is on. After more than 30 years of serving families, churches, and communities in New Jersey, she's stepping into a new season here in North Carolina with courage and purpose. Her story reminds us that transition doesn't mean starting over, it means building on what's already within us. Reinvention is about honoring where we've been while boldly stepping into what is next. As Antoinette finds her footing here in North Carolina, she is showing us all that clarity, faith, and a willingness to grow can turn any new beginning into a powerful continuation of purpose. That's the heart of what we celebrate here: growth, resilience, and the courage to keep showing up for the work that matters the most. Thank you for listening to the Web Remedy Podcast, a mindset shifting project of Web Squared. Wealth Through Entrepreneurship for Black and Brown Businesses is a North Carolina nonprofit located in Chatham County. We offer incubator accelerator business services to Black and BIPOC entrepreneurs. Our podcast hosts are Stephanie Terry and Rennie Orr, the co-founders of Web Squared. We realize that building an ecosystem of support is critical to achieving our mission. Your donation to Web supports the podcast, Web's coaching services, and the promotion of the businesses and entrepreneurs we serve. To learn more about Web Squared, please visit our website at websquared.org.